And we are backstage right now with AbilityMKE Now. We'll be going live on the radio here in about 10 seconds. So I don't know why I'm talking quietly right now, but hang tight. We'll be starting in just a moment. Welcome to AbilityMKE Now on River West Radio. My name is Sue Roscoff, and here at AbilityMKE Now, we are a show all about integration, bringing people with disabilities and people that don't have a disability together, enjoying life here in the Milwaukee area. We all have different abilities, and here at AbilityMKE Now, we dive into this topic of diverse abilities. The concept of disability hits a wide range of possibilities. We could be talking about physical or mental disabilities, the deaf and hard of hearing community, blindness, chronic pain, mental health diagnosis, goals of substance use reduction, and the list goes on. We all have our own experience with disability, whether it's our own or with people we know or with people we encounter in our everyday lives. Here at AbilityMKE Now, we break down those barriers and celebrate the ability in all of us. We have a few fun updates to share tonight. I am, first of all, going to go ahead and bring Emily in. I know she has some updates to share with us on an event that is going to be coming up in just a couple of short months here. So Emily, why don't you come on in and give us some updates here on the Afro International Film Festival. So over to you, Emily.
Thank you, Sue. So in what will be exactly like 2 months and like just a few days here, October 12th through 14th is going to be the Afro International Film Festival. It's going to be held at the Auburn Research Library in Atlanta, Georgia, which was the film festival founded by Jasper out of Nigeria, and the in-person and online event. 700 films, a couple thousand people. So I just wanted to remind everybody about that.
Excellent. And yeah, that's going to be a huge, huge thing. I believe he's already in the United States and making connections here and increasing the awareness of the big festival that will be taking place. And did you say, is it something where people can participate online as well, or is it mostly an in-person piece?
I believe there's going to be an online part of it too.
Okay. So if people are interested and want to find out more information, where can they go to find that?
The number one film, the number one summit, market summit.org is the website.
Here, say that one more time.
The number one film, the number one market summit.org.
Marketsummit.org. Okay, got it. So one film, one marketsummit.org, and the ones are actually the number one. So perfect. Thank you so much for that update. I appreciate that. I know we were looking forward to a big event that was taking place last Friday. And I know we've talked about it on here before. It's our favorite thing. It's the adaptive water skiing. So we had the biggest event we've ever had. So we were skiing with the Lindsay Legis Free Water Ski Club, and information about the program is available at lindsay.org. So it's lynzay.org. And you'll find information there based on, well, everything that's put there is something that Rick and Denise have put together. So Lindsay, it was their daughter who unfortunately lost her life in a car accident actually quite a few years ago now at this point. And ever since then, they've been doing water skiing lessons in her memory. So why is that important? How did this happen? So they are part of the Aqueducts ski show. My family's part of the Pewaukee Lake water ski team. There are teams all across the state of Wisconsin. If you didn't know this, Wisconsin, of all places, is the show ski capital of the world. There is no place where there is more ski shows in an area than what's happening right here in the state of Wisconsin. So we are the show ski capital of the world. And one of the locations that has an amazing ski show is in Burlington, Wisconsin. So they have a team called the Aqueducts. And so what they have also, well, they're amazing. They are considered a Division I team, which means they are among the biggest, like people wise, and what they're able to do for a ski show, as far as their pyramids and their jumping and their swivel skiing and all those amazing skills that take place on the water. The Aqueducts team is big enough and good enough that they are part of the Division I group, which they are so much fun to watch. This year their theme was the Addams Family. So oh my gosh, if you can picture the characters from the Addams Family, do you remember a guy named Uncle Fester? He's bald. He's kind of a stocky kind of a guy, always just upbeat and kind of goofy in his own way, just super likable. Well, it just so happens that that's kind of what Rick looks like. You throw a little makeup on him. He's a kind of a stocky kind of guy. He's bald. He is a fun-loving character that his nickname is Carrot Stick Rick. Why is he carrots? He actually brings carrots with him when he does any ski stuff, any of that stuff. He has a bag of carrots. Well, I shouldn't say a bag. He has a cooler. They're floating in ice water, and he has a peeler there, and he offers you a carrot. He always has carrots available when he's out there doing his thing. So he even has a wetsuit that on the back it says Carrot Stick Rick. So that is it's a thing that people remember him by. So way back, as his daughter was growing up, as Lindsay was part of the ski team, she was a climber. She did all the ski stuff. If you've ever been to a ski show and you see the little girls that are doing all these cool tricks and things on the water, she was one of them. And one of the things that is fun to do in a ski show is an act called strap doubles. What the heck is a strap double act? Well, that is where the guy has the rope attached to it really is a strap that goes around the waist. So the guy is being pulled by this rope that's actually attached to his waist. So he can be hands-free. Both hands are available to do these lift moves with a girl. So that was a father-daughter team. So Rick and Lindsay were in an amazing father-daughter team with doing the strap doubles, and they were really good at it. They competed at the state level. I'll have to ask them sometime. I don't know if they competed at the national level as well, or if they were just at state. I'm actually not sure of that answer, but I know I have seen so many wonderful pictures of the two of them skiing together, and it was one of those great joys in life. That's one of those sports, water skiing of all things. It truly is a family sport. It's something that the little ones can ski, the big kids can ski, the adults, the grandparents, everybody can participate. It's a super unique sport where it truly is something that everyone in the family can participate together. And they were a family that's what they did. They loved to water ski and did all that stuff. So same as, I can relate because that's what gets my family excited too. We're the same. We are blessed to be able to do that sport like that. So jump forward here now that I was saying that there was an unfortunate vehicle car accident that where Lindsay actually lost her life. And with that tragedy, from that, something amazing kind of happened. At some point after that had happened, there was, and I'm not certain of the exact timeline, if it was the next season, or I'm not really sure what that timeline was, but there was a mom that had approached Rick and asked if he would be so kind as to teach her kids how to water ski, because he's really good at teaching people new skills, and he's amazing with kids. You have to have a way to speak to somebody for them to understand what you're trying to say and how to describe, where do you put your hands, where do you put your feet, all those skills that you need. And that, somebody needs to teach you these things. That you can learn to ski pretty quickly if you have a good teacher. He's an amazing teacher. And somebody had asked him if he'd be willing to teach their kids how to ski. And he said, well, that gives me a reason to bring the boat back out on the water. Because, with Lindsay not there anymore, this was a reason for him to bring, and actually the boat is a story in itself, but this gives him a reason to bring the boat out on the water. So he started doing ski lessons for free. And after a while, this became known as the Lindsay Legis Free Water Ski Club, because he wanted to do it. It's just something that he, out of the kindness of his heart and the joy that it brings, loved to teach people then how to water ski. He, again, really, really good. He taught our daughter how to ski. That's where she learned. Her first time actually skiing was with Rick. So special, special person. With that, then, we're going to spiral forward here a little ways. And it was in the summer of 2014 that we had the pleasure of actually meeting Rick and Denise. And that was at the state water ski tournament. So they were there skiing with the Aqueducts. And with what they had been doing, they're there every week or every year for the weekend. Their team competes. They watch other ski shows. That's how the weekend is. It's a lot of fun. And that particular year was when Kurt was the first director of the disabled division, is what it was called at that time. Now it's the adaptive division for the Wisconsin Water Ski Federation. With that, he was doing, if you've ever heard the story before, we were doing adaptive skiing demos at the tournament. There's a long back history on this, and there's previous episode where if you want to hear the whole story, I can get you the whole story. But the short version of the story is Kurt and Rick ended up meeting, and he had the boat there. So the boat, what's the big deal with the boat? It's called the pony boat. Why is it called the pony boat? Because it is a really old, unique boat that has a Mustang engine in it. Because it has a Mustang engine in it, that was something Lindsay started calling it the pony boat. Because what's a Mustang, right? It's a horse, it's a car, she coined it the pony boat. So he has it everywhere on there. If you're skiing behind it, you see the pony on the back. That's what it actually says, pony boat, on the back of the boat. So when he gets going, he usually revs it up and you'll hear him yell, pony boat. So it's a fun experience. He keeps it fun for everyone. Okay, so the guys met, back on track here, guys met at the state tournament. We needed somebody, some way, somehow, we needed a boat to actually do that water ski demo. Rick was the guy. He had his boat there because, you know what, he's doing water ski lessons even at the state tournament. There's the area where we now go down and do our adaptive water skiing at the tournament or during the we've covered that before too. There's a spot where we can go and do that. He does water ski lessons on and off all weekend as well. Well, he has the pony boat there. In order to do that water or the adaptive skiing demo, we needed a boat. And somebody pointed the guys to each other, and in the end, that was the solution. Rick was the guy, the pony boat was the solution. They did that first water ski, adaptive water ski demo at the state tournament, and it's just blossomed from there. It has taken on a life of its own since that first tournament when the guys first met, because the more they talked, the more they would discuss what this adaptive water skiing is and how close it was to our hearts and how quickly it became close to the Legis's hearts as well. What came from that then is now every summer we have 3 dates where we do adaptive water skiing in conjunction with the Aqueduct ski team down at their ski site. One of those dates was this last Friday. Oh my goodness. You know what? I am actually going to read to you one of the things that was posted on, I believe it was on Facebook here. Let me pull that back up, where they were describing the event and what had all happened. It's still mind-boggling, but here is the report. This is what they had posted on Facebook after the fact. This is how I'm just going to read it word for word. we are pleased to report that yesterday's event was a complete success. We had lots of help, 2 aqueduct boats and the pony boat. We had side ski water skier helpers from the aqueducts, Pewaukee Lake Ski Club, water bugs, web footers, ski sharks, and Southern Lakes ski teams. Thanks to all who helped, for this would not have happened without you. Special thanks go out to our boat drivers, spotters, shore helpers, and side skiers. Thank you to all who offer this, who support this effort. And they specifically had some grateful notes here for certain families that there was some big contributors. And also one of the individuals took a lot of photos. So that's kind of a big deal as well here. But because of you, we skied 51 adaptive and 12 to 14 children and adult family members learned how to water ski yesterday. 10 hours and at least 50 gallons of gas. Can you mark that on the calendar? This was the Lindsay Legis Free Water Skiing Club's biggest event ever. God is good all the time. So that was the most amazing report to be able to say, after looking back and realizing we skied 51 participants that day. There was one event where we did around 30 and wasn't sure we were going to be able to pull off 30. We had just the right number of people for helping and doing all the things that we actually were able to do 51 skiers that day. And I can't even tell you how excited I am to be able to say that and how much fun we had that day. So Emily, I'll bring you in. Do you have some thoughts to share on with what I've shared here?
That's awesome. Hopefully it keeps growing. And to have like 12 families learn how to ski at the same time too, with the outside of the 51 that's awesome.
Yeah, it was an amazing event. Kurt was vital to this being able to happen. He was running the dock as much as he could, and we had 2 sit skis. One had outriggers and one does not. So between those 2 skis, and actually he's now made, Rick has also made 2 sets of ropes. So we truly have 2 full sets of equipment for doing these ski runs. And since we were blessed to have the aqueducts bringing boats out as well, we were able to literally just go. As soon as one group would land, the next group would be ready to go. And it just kept going like that, back to back to back. And I still can't believe there was moments where I'm like, wait, I need to catch my breath, because it was tiring. It was a lot, because when people come, even when they land, you have to swim out, grab the equipment, grab people, bring them in. We had, oh my gosh, we had, again, talk about a range of ages participating. We even had one of the guys brought his daughters, and I'm trying to remember exactly their ages. They're somewhere around like 8 and 11. They're younger girls. They're relatively new to the sport of skiing, but oh my goodness, were they the best helpers ever. They helped us with handling ropes. Basically their dad said, hold this rope like this and stand here and be ready. And that made all the difference, just to have extra hands to grab those ropes or to swim in those ropes. It was such a big team effort. And to realize that there were that many different ski teams represented. There was even one of the guys, he had spent the previous, I believe it was just the previous, I don't remember, it might be the last year down in Florida skiing professionally at Legoland. So I was so grateful that he was there. He's such a good, strong skier. That guy skied so many times doing this with the side skiing, and has had a lot more experience than a lot of us, even, because he's had the opportunity to do adaptive skiing both up here and down in Florida. His experience was amazing and absolutely invaluable to what we all were able to do as well. So, but like I'm saying, the little girls, we also have a gentleman who comes down from around the Fremont area. He actually drives in to ski with us for all of these as well. And he's a retired guy that is just the most solid skier with the biggest heart ever. And he did some driving, he did some skiing. He always makes it fun. He makes it seem so easy and effortless. And darn well that it's not effortless.
No.
He is skiing like crazy, and even our own daughter, the number of ski runs she did that day blows my socks off. I'm so grateful for all those that came and helped. We had another gentleman from our ski club that came in and skied with us. And like I said, all these different teams pitching in. My heart just absolutely melts thinking about all the wonderful things that happened. And with those pictures that are shared, I mean, as I just got the link to where these pictures are located, and I've got them in front of me here. I'm just kind of scrolling through quickly, and the number of smiles that I'm seeing, the people waving and having fun. I can still hear all the cheering taking place while we're out there. It was an amazing day. Actually, one story I can share too, that this is a new experience. Not everybody is in the water all the time like we are. We love being in the lake. It's we're there twice a week already, and the thought of having to trust strangers, because a lot of the people there are not strangers anymore. We've known them for a while. They've skied with us multiple times, but there's always new people. And there was a couple of people that were there that were really nervous, which why wouldn't you be? This is something you've never done before. There was one gentleman that he got into the ski, actually sitting up on the ski, and everything was on the dock, on the pier. And then we have a bunch of us in the water and a couple people on the dock there. And we just gently lower the ski with the participant in it into the water. And whether we do that or if they're in the water already and hop in the ski, it just all depends on what their comfort level and ability is. So, but this particular person was sitting on the dock in the ski, and we lowered him in. And as soon as he hit the water, he's like, nope, get me out. It was too much. It was overstimulation. It was too much. And we're like, okay, we got him back on the dock. All good. Gave him a little while just to, now he's wet. So at least, because, that's, I think everybody at some point has hopped into water, whether it's a pool or a lake, or it's a common experience that when you first hop in, it's like a little bit of a shock. Even if the water's nice, and it actually was a pretty nice day. The water felt amazing, but it was still enough of a difference for him that it was too much. Like, that's fine. Gave him a little while to think about it. Do you want to try again? Should we? So we lowered him in nice and slowly, gave him a chance to just get comfortable. And you know what? He went on his ski run. He was brave enough to go ahead and go, trust those that were with him. And oh my goodness, as I was looking at pictures, the smile on his face, I am so proud of him for taking that chance and going outside his comfort zone and actually getting to have that experience. He loved it. It was amazing. And I can hardly wait for the next event, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be there. It's something that if those that have that chance to get that feeling, and that feeling of freedom, and truly it's an adrenaline rush out there, especially if it's a first time. It's always more of a dramatic experience than, if you've done it before, you have a little more insight on what to expect, right? But it's still, you never know if you're going to hit some waves out there, or how it's going to go. But you've got your side skiers. They're there to stick with you and whatever you need. So what do you think?
I'm guessing this guy is there's gonna be less time between you putting him in the water and him going, like this first time.
I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, because I'm certain he is excited and looking forward to going again in the future here, because it was an amazing experience. And he's not the only one. There was another young man that was a bit nervous about whether he was going to go or not, and almost didn't go, but did. And that's what's so nice too. All those volunteers in the water and on the dock. I mean, a lot of them have family and friends there cheering them on as helpers. Us in the water as well. We're trying to answer questions and explain as much as we can so they know what to expect when they're out there. And then having those side skiers that they can talk to you as you're out there too, and give you the insights of what's all happening. And honestly, when I'm out there, what I'm doing a lot of the time, I'm keeping it fun. I'm just like, this is awesome. And I'm whooping it up out there, because who wants to just have a dry old, boring ride out there? Like have some fun. So we're doing that. We're shaking a fist in the air. We're having fun. And when we drive by the dock, I'm always making sure to show them that, hey, the dock's over there. Can you go ahead and wave at everybody? Everyone's cheering for you. Wave at them. And so we're out on the water doing the same thing. We're waving, we're yelling, we're whooping it up as much as we can because it's fun and it's exciting and can you tell I like doing this?
Yeah, I've been noticing that's what.
And we do have one more date coming up. So that our last date for doing this in Burlington is on Friday, August 25th. So Friday, August 25th, 2023, we do have one more time that we'll get to do this again. And I'm so excited for that event. Our ski team, Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club, also has an event that might be full already. I think they've got the signups are already spoken for. There's going to be a great, amazing group coming out the day after that. So Saturday, August 26th will be another big event. So I'm a little nervous for my own legs and everything. Doing events 2 days in a row, but we'll get the volunteers, we'll get the help. It'll be fun, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. And actually, speaking of amazing events, I want to mention one other one that's coming up that's called At the Lake. Which is another local amazing group. So on Lake Keesis, which is kind of over by Merton, town of Lisbon, kind of in that area. At the Lake is, I believe it started in, was it 2016? 2016, maybe it was 2018, somewhere in there, that this event started. And it's more than just skiing. And I say just skiing. It's more than just skiing. They have pontoon boat rides, they have kayaking, they have fishing, they have rock climbing, they have wagon rides, they have arts and crafts. They have so many different things that is available to do. So it ends up being a full day event on Friday and Saturday. And that this year is on August 18th and 19th. And I don't know if they still have room for more, whether it be for more participants or for more help. They do have a website if you want more information from that. So it's atthelakeevent.com, atthelakeevent.com. And that is another extremely fun event. I know we haven't been able to volunteer the last couple of years when they've done it, but we have volunteered multiple different years, and such a well-run event. So many people coming and going, such a great passion for all of what's available there. So that August is turning out to be just bursting with possible activities here for folks with disabilities. And that really says a lot about the Milwaukee area, that we actually have so many possibilities, so many outlets like that for activities. It's not that typical. I don't think that type of thing is that common elsewhere. So we are so lucky to be living in this area where we have such great things available, and it's open, and it is so good. It makes my heart feel great to know that we can make a difference somewhere along the way. I never want to get to a point where I take for granted the ability that I have to go skiing a couple times a week. And this is something that reminds me all the time of the importance of sharing the love of a sport, and being able to share something that is a passion and is fun, and to people who maybe never even thought that this would be a possibility. Because that happens a lot. There's people that they never would think that, oh, I'm going to ski tomorrow. Well, oh, okay. Yeah, no, really, that is a possibility. So it's a lot of fun and exciting. And for AbilityMKE Now, I'm going to sign off here. My name is Sue Roskoff. Thank you.